there ain't working with the yarn either. Here's well, that sprinkler there ain't working with the yarn either. Here's
Just taking you around the homestead this morning, letting you have a peek at what's going on. Look at this little pallet cattle panel. Cheap hardware plastic can do for you. It's loaded and it's beautiful. Look at the colors and the health of each plant. I was over there this morning eating peas. I've got green beans. I've got onions from seed. I have peppers, cabbage, cucumber. I have carrots in the corner. I have Swiss chard. I have spinach going to seed, and I'm going to let it go to seed. I have some tomato over here. My beets are looking great. Here, I've got lettuce to get cut. We're still working on the radishes. My zucchini in here is blooming, so it won't be long. All of these little tomatoes are volunteer tomatoes. It's like an oasis in here. They're just popping up everywhere. Look at all these plants. Cucumbers and kale and an amaranth and more tomatoes that have popped up. I've planted those tomatoes over in that corner, but I really wouldn't have needed to plant tomatoes in here. There are so many coming up on their own. Because this was a chicken yard, and we always threw our, scraps out. A lot of tomato seeds, evidently. But it's really growing, as well as our garden out there. You can see it out above, beyond the picket fence. There's 3 gardens out there. And we'll take a peek. Here's our latest project on the homestead. Cowboy and I are building a covered deck, as well as this end will be an outdoor kitchen. We still have more deck to build up to the window. It's not very much extra, but it will be another roof down, and there will be a screen door going out to the main yard. This will be closed in with board and bat up to this pole. We've cut the poles, we've peeled them, we've hauled them in. We did the deck last year, so this year we're doing the roof, the poles, and the outdoor kitchen. But together, Cowboy and I get our projects done, and it is going to be so nice and cozy. We're just loving it. He just moved in some extra slabs of cement. This one's been there for our step, which works really good. This one we're going to set our big barbecue grill on. It's got a cover over on the roof still, so the rain won't run right onto it, but we'll get it off of our main deck and out where the smoke can circulate a little better. We've still got our work area, all our tools that we're working on, but this end will be all closed in all the way. We've got 2 more posts to set out here. We'll set some here and right here, and this will be gone, and this will be all decking, And I've got an old window to go out this way. I've got old cupboard. I've got a wood cook stove that will go here. So it's coming together. And yes, we had to put Emma on a chain today just while we're working. And it's just good for her to learn that she's safe, she's okay. It's just another learning day. And she's doing really, really well. She's been chained up before for a short time. But it's just every day is something new, and she's being such a good girl. But she's safest there right now. And our garden area is over there. We've got a little orchard going, as well as our garden area. I'm not going to do a real close-up tour here, but here's a real quick peek. We've got our tomatoes doing great. Our peas are blooming. The beans are growing good. It's about time to pick my parsnips and let the seed dry. We've got 3 gardens out here. And they're all doing so good. We also have a big potato patch about the size of this garden up by our main corrals. We have apples and plums growing here that we started last year. Well, here you can see what I've been doing on the homestead. I've sealed up some more jars of oats, rolled oats that I've had in a bag in a box, and I wanted to seal them up. Everything has been sealed with my food saver. I had an extra bag of pecans. This was just like let's see, what do I want to say, dry roasted or honey roasted maybe, mixture. Some of this I've had done already. I had these done, but I've got some chives and I need to get a seal on that now that it's full. My cupboard's just filling up. I've got vinegar that's all done, vanilla that's all done. I've been dehydrating just peels of oranges for tea. And what else have I got up here? I started some jalapeno peppers to dehydrate. And I'll fill that jar and seal that. These I've done earlier, and they're still really good. They're all sealed with my food saver, and they will keep for a long time. This row is lemons, and below are oranges. And I'm just dehydrating those up to use for teas in the winter time. Well, here you can see I am dehydrating the greens from my garden. This is spinach, and there's some kale in there, and some celery leaves that I'm growing in the garden. And I've got a lot of excess, more than we can eat. And I'm dehydrating, and as I dehydrate, I take the stem off as much as possible and just put the leaves in here. And I'm leaving it open in this jar, or this can, for right now, just to make sure there's no moisture buildup. And when I get enough dried real well, I will go ahead and fill my half-gallon jar and seal it with my food saver. But here I'm just dehydrating in my dehydrator and breaking it up. This will go really good in homemade soups in the winter, in your scrambled eggs, in casseroles. You're going to be getting we'll get our vitamins and our minerals that way. Just getting our greens. This is a good time to start dehydrating and stocking up for the winter months. Everything's kind of a mess, and it's really wet right now, but you can see Cowboy and I have been building a cover over our deck, and this wall is the beginning of our outdoor kitchen on the far end. And I will show you in here. We're working on. We've got all our tools and everything out here still. This is going to be the wall where my old wood cook stove will go. There will be a wall here. It peaks up, and we'll have a little bit of a roof that goes down, and the wall will come out a little bit farther, and it's hard to see with all my stuff and junk, and the pallets will be removed and there'll be a little more of a deck space. So this whole area right in here is going to be our outdoor kitchen canning area. So I'm pretty excited. Be watching ahead. I've already decorated. Well, folks, thanks for just taking a little walk around the homestead with me today. It's kind of a short video. I wanted to show you the baby goats and the kittens, my greenhouse that's really coming along nicely. I'll do a better garden tour video maybe next week. We've had a lot of rain the last 3 days. You know, it's just keeping everything nice and wet and damp, and everything's growing great. Our grass is growing, gardens are growing, so I'm really happy and excited for that. So today I'm doing a lot of inside things in the kitchen that I can accomplish. I've had my dehydrator running with all the greens that you saw, and now I've got it full of citrus. And those work really good with your tea. And I had questions before of how I use those. You know, I will take just a bag of my regular Lipton tea and make, or my loose leaf teas, and just add a lemon or an orange slice with a cinnamon stick or a clove. And in the winter, that's really a good tea. You just get that little extra boost and flavor and some vitamin C as well in there. So that's how I do it. I just dehydrate. If it's getting just a little bit too ripe to be eating, it works really good. Just slice it up, dehydrate it. I'm going to keep my dehydrators going. As soon as that outdoor kitchen is all done and put together, that's what I'm going to be doing, is doing a lot of dehydrating and canning in our outdoor kitchen. So be watching for videos coming up. We're in the process of building that. It's a covered deck that we've had built, and on the far end will be our outdoor kitchen. And I'm really excited, and it's going to be a lot to follow and to watch. So keep up with us. Take care until the next video. God bless.